chillin' far to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Harder, harder. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stands still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Harder, harder. If you wanna adventure, then follow home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. If you wanna adventure, then follow home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. Harder, harder.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. Darling, can I live it up with you?
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your love. I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. Darling, can I live it up with you? I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak
dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to HV GamerCon 2022 right here at the Albany Capitol Center in our state's capital of Albany. So this has been a fantastic event so far. We're going to kick off day 2 with some Overwatch, and we have 2 fantastic teams to do it. We have St. Rose as well as Albany, and that is going to be commentated by Nerdy Bird, the Nerdy Bird, and Orbital. So without further ado, I would love to throw it over to you 2 casters. We are here for day number 2, and let's take a quick moment. Let's make some noise. We're just getting started today. Yesterday I was a little tired, but today I am full of energy. So over to Nerdy Bird and Orbital. Take it away for the first cast of HV GamerCon.
Thank you so much, Paulie. And again, welcome here to HVGC. I'm very, very excited. My name is Orbital. With me is Nerdy. Nerdy, how are you doing today?
Very similar to Paulie yesterday. Extremely tired.
Yeah, we all had a good time. Of course, day 1 is in the books, and we had so many fantastic tournaments coming out here, and everyone enjoying themselves. And hopefully, everyone out there in the audience has also enjoyed themselves. Here in day 2, we also have a fantastic amount of games to be played. As coming up, we do have University of Albany versus University of St. Rose, CSR, and UALB, of course, as you can see. And of course, they'll be playing up to their peak potential. But if you also want to try and get to that peak potential, go ahead and take a look at Brave Performance. They are a group that dedicates themselves to allowing you to reach your best potential. When gamers need endurance to manage long bouts of intense competition, Brave Performance training method is perfect for gamers to build up mental endurance and advance their play to the next level. In the words of Hua Anakin Liu, a pro gamer, of course, it's like weightlifting for your brain. If you want to learn a little bit more, go ahead and check them out at braveperformance.com. Of course, we are getting underway with game number 1. Let's go ahead and run down a little bit of what we're going to see in the format for the event, Nerdy.
All right, so this is going to be the top seed picks the first map, and as we jump into this first one, you probably already heard, we're going to be going into Lijiang Tower. It's going to be control first, followed by escort, assault, hybrid, and then a control map not yet played. So we'll see how this one turns out. We'll see if our home squad top seed manages to get a second map pick in a row, which is not what they want, or if we see someone else get the opportunity to set the board for us moving forward.
It's a good time. And again, this is group stage, and the best part as well is we're actually going to see a large plethora of the group stage. We have a chance to actually take a look. I believe we have a potential of about 6 matches that we'll see between groups A and B. That's going to be a really, really fun time. As again, like you said, on Lijiang Tower, but we got some nice picks coming out here. We already see the Roadhog being danced on for fun. We also see the Reinhardt on the side of CSR and the Diva. So many standard picks as well as not standard to start things off.
All right, definitely. We've got the Golden Knights going in with that Symmetra May pick, hoping to get TP onto point. We do have, for the side of Albany, not a lot of boot potential, so that once that teleporter goes down, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get these guys off point if they stay to the back and play around their Reinhardt. Once Ryan goes down, it's going to be very difficult to sustain, so as long as CSR keeps their main tank alive, they will be good to go.
Well, we already saw that the action is already firing up here, as even the game can't handle it sometimes, as that is going to be a solid first defense by CSR, going ahead and annihilating the tanks as well as the healers on UALB. Very, very nice stop as University of Albany will have to watch the first cap go off here, finally getting the capture down. CSR will get first push.
Interested to see if Albany decides to pick different heroes here. We do see the Echo swap has come out, so no more Cassidy for them, keeping that Ashe. However, they do have that Mercy for the pocket onto the Echo. They could have switched over to a Lucio here just to get a little bit of extra speed moving in. They need to surround and conquer. Surround and conquer the Golden Knights if they want to move forward. However, we do see Astro will go down again. Clutch is taking them down. Moby goes in and finds Storm. Now down 2. It's going to be very difficult for Albany to recover from this one.
Before the push even starts, CSR go ahead and light up that kill feed. Half-craft as well, getting the final kill on Sama. That is a very, very solid start. Already 30%. That's push number 2 down. University of Albany are going to have to try their best to kick things back up.
That was a very risky play there coming out from Ski Coops on that Echo. Trying to go for some extra poke damage, pull back people to the point, but they could have gone down and been a huge stagger. Thankfully, they managed to get out. We do see Clutch's Sentry Tournament go down. However, Ski Coops trying to go in with the beam, might be able to find somebody that's low. We have Ashe also taking angles here, hopefully opening up some field space to push through. We do have Echo finally touch the point. Now the rotations are coming out. This is the opportunity for Albany to surround and conquer as we hear the Baptiste ult get dropped, and that Lucio is getting very low.
Go ahead and nail down that capture. Very, very nicely done, but it's ready 50%. And take a look, CSR, go ahead and try their best, but UALB go ahead and fire right back. Llama Cartel keeping it up. Great stop on their first capture. University of Albany go ahead, racking up about 20%. And I have to say, great job once again trying and taking out Battle. Battle is going to go ahead and watch as their teammate follows his rulebook. It's going to go back to respawn.
That stagger on rulebook is definitely going to give them an extra 5, if not more percent here because of how long that spawn will take. They should have died a little bit faster when you're the last standing support. Honestly, you got to make a decision, and the decision is to die in these situations. We've got Astroworld waiting for that bongo to get dropped. Opportunity to just push forward and mow down anyone coming through these doors. We also have a lot of ults on the side of St. Rose. We'll see if they get popped. We do hear Wall, and Ash is about to come around the corners, possibly penetrate. Yes, down goes Bob. Let's see if he'll manage to take out anybody. Autos goes down, and we do hear that the Earth Shatter came out as well.
They are going to go ahead, unleash all the ultimates. They're going to try their best, but look at the ramp up on University of Albany. They're going to try their best as well. Can they get out? Diva Bomb is going to pop. Who does it kill? Kills everyone. Look at that wipe across the board. CSR eats so much pain. And that is a very powerful ultimate as University of Albany are finally able to overtake on the capture point.
There was a cheeky attempt at a remech kill between the Divas there, and one proved to be the victor. You take a risk when you do that, and sometimes it's just not worth it.
I love the fact that we're already getting this action here in the group stage. This is match 1. This is game 1, round 1 of everything. And we're already seeing some great team play here. Of course, University of Albany, from the start, the first run for CSR was 66%. Now it's looking like a complete reversal, and that's going to be a slap down. Ulti goes down. The snowstorm is going to do so much damage. As it's a complete wash on the other side. CSR, they go ahead and take that battle handedly. No, never mind. All right.
Go down. Oh, the charge off the map!
Oh.
Reinhardt took you for a journey instead of I'm going down, you're going down with me. And now as that timer kicks down, we have UAlbany walking away with the victory on Night Market.
Here I thought CSR were coming out on top. The snowstorm looks so good, but University of Albany countered perfectly. That is the way that you take round number 1 and get a control. And remember, that was from start to finish. There was no recapture by CSR. Very, very well done on Albany's side. Currently up 1 round, looking for a 2-0 sweep here in game number 1.
All right, so we've got some swaps coming out from St. Rose here. We do see Halfcraft is going to swap over to that Sigma, and Moopy is going to swap over to that Wrecking Ball. Very interesting composition. Works well if it's coordinated. We also have the Tracer coming out. Nope, never mind. They're going to go with the Symmetric Teleporter, possibly just doing it to get to point, and then, or just giving their team a little bit extra forward boost and swapping back to Tracer. We'll have to wait and see. We do see the Soldiers also going to be coming out here for UAlbany, but for the beyond that, rest is pretty much the same.
Like it. Slow pace to start out here. Of course, Samarian is going to dance their way across, but the Wrecking Ball. We have seen some fantastic Wrecking Ball action throughout the ECAC in the online play, and I can't wait to see if Movie can do it again and really show up here, as we are going to get a contention here in the opening slabs. This is going to be Halfcraft sitting off on the side with the Sigma, trying to ramp up that damage. He's going to go ahead and lay down a little extra pain, but so far it is University of Albany getting a better push in the center. 3v2 on top of the point. That is going to be for CSR going ahead, flooding inside the base, and they knock everyone out. So it looks like they are going to cap with 5. Phenomenal stuff once again by CSR, but they got to hold it down.
We do see Battle Pants is going to go down to Skigoops, as is Rulebook. Bull support's down. Skigoops just coming in, annihilating, eviscerating everyone in their path. The bleeding will not stop until there's no one left alive, and with that, the point will flip.
As quickly as possible. Remember, University of Albany, it took them about 2.5 pushes to actually come back in round number 1. This time, they keep them at 15. CSR are unfortunately going to have to try and rebound back. They do have a couple ultimates coming up here. They do have the Wrecking Ball Minefield. They have the Cassidy High Noon, and then, of course, Odos with that Tracer Bomb. It is going to be very, very important that they lay it down, but then here comes the recapture attempt, looking at ultimates up for the side of UALB. Nice catch by Odos on the back end. That is going to be the healer down. Ski-Scoop is going to try and lay down the minefield, but it does not matter. Odos go ahead and wipes them out in the back line. Ski-Scoop right in the front is going to go ahead and say hello, hello. Welcome to the battle arena. CSR say hello back, and they take 4 in Storm. Recapture by CSR as they go ahead and build up to 15.
It's going to be a little bit risky here for Rulebooker 22, as Halfcraft is currently out of mech, and when you're playing that Zenyatta Mercy play here, you need that Diva protecting your Zen. So Zen needs to play safe here, or they could get easily taken out by Llama Cartel, or even the Soldier ultimate that's going to be coming around from one of the sides. Hopefully our Diva gets their mech back in time. They're at 80% now, but the push has begun, and let's see if they are going to get that mech or if they're going to die in pilot form, as we do see the soldier goes down, Astroworld finds 2, and the amplification matrix has come out.
Oh, that's going to be a pop out as Halfcraft has to walk away. That's very, very dangerous as Moopy is going to try their best as well. Takes out one of the DPS to Hayden, and Llama fire right back, getting a little bit of a revive off, keeping the team healthy, and the contention is still there. Great job by University of Albany. They go ahead and swap right back. Match number 1, or round number 1, was a little bit more straightforward. This one is seeing a lot more back and forth action.
Got a lot of poking happening. Clutch makes it out with that roll. Nicely done. Unfortunately, it did look like we had, yes, Battle Pants did go down a little bit early, so it's going to make this push a little bit difficult. More time. Extra ticks on that timer there for the side of Albany. Now we've got Ski Coops yet again going in with the beam, annihilating Battle Pants, taking out one support, going for another, trying to see if they can pick up one more. But once you lose one of your supports, odds are this push is just going to die here in the water.
Couple more seconds off the top row. Battle Pants with the ultimate behind Rule Booker as well, keeping it steady here. This can be a great way to stall out if they can prop themselves up. But looking at UALB, look at the ult economy. That's 4 on their tanks and DPS. That's very important. Odo says, hey, Storm, you're out. Ski2 takes out Clutch, and that's DPS down. All 4 ultimates popped on UALB's side. That's a wipe and a half. Great job by Ski2. Look at that kill feed light up. Storm Eagle is going to go ahead, get a little bit of healing and a revive, and they keep it up. CSR managing to fall behind here. It is going to be a 96 and 97 climbing. Looks like UALB will go ahead and take the second point. It is going to be UALB taking game number 1. What an absolute banger of a game number 1. And yes, rightly so. Ski Coop's going to go ahead and collect that play of the game. You can see it here. Great defensive attack is the best way to put it.
Absolutely beautiful. Beaming down both supports makes the life very difficult for anyone to survive without them. Ski Coop goes in, just annihilates with that beam. No hope left in the eyes of anyone on the other team.
It's very, very fun to watch that. And again, it seems that St. Rose, they have a good handle on the initial start. It always seems they have that great burst of energy at the beginning. Tapering off at the end, though, is always quite painful because it seems at that point, University of Albany always seem to have that good answer. They can adapt very quickly, and it seems to be their bread and butter, to say the least.
The ult economy kind of started to get very, very skewed, especially after those first couple initial fights. It felt like ults were kind of just being popped at the moment that they came online versus realizing when and where should I be using this and why should I be using this. So those are things we got to keep an eye out moving forward from this point, because ult economy does play a huge role in who comes out on top of these games.
And that's also going to work into Escort, right? A map where you do have to not only think about the ult economy, think about positioning, but also who's on point. How are you going to keep this payload moving? Because if you don't, I mean, you can get a team wipe. If you're not on the payload, it doesn't matter. You're just, you did part 1. You got to get part 2. Part 2 is a little bit more important.
We're praying for no C9s this evening, okay? And I feel like you've already jinxed these teams just by bringing up the idea that it could be in the cards for anybody. So if it does happen, the caster curse is on Orbital, not me. And we are going to be going, as we mentioned, into Escort. This is going to be the choice of the team that did not finish out in the position they wanted to be in at the end of that first map. So very interested to see what they pull out. It could be one that's more heavily centered around bunker, or one that is more heavily centered around probably a wrecking ball dive, at least in my opinion, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm really hoping for Rialto, but lots of people have a love-hate relationship with that map, unlike me.
There's some strong words to be said, I think, about that map, and like you said, it is going to be very, very interesting to watch, because as we see this roll out, keep in mind this is still the group stage. This is the time to test a lot of stuff out, but you also don't want to show your hand too much. Quite literally, you have so many matches to be played. Every team is going to be playing everyone in the group, and if you show your hand too quickly, you show that proper, cheese composition that you're wanting to hold, or your executions on certain maps, you can give away a lot of your strategies moving into those top 2 playoff spots.
Oh my gosh, I think yes, it's Rialto. I heard it in my ear, unless someone's baiting me.
Someone's eyes light up that quickly. That was amazing.
Unless I'm being baited, which is totally fine if it is, and we are not. It is actually going to be Rialto. Thank you guys for actually making my day doing that.
They're so excited as well, but looking at it, it will be, of course, University of St. Rose kicking things off on that attack. Once again, the action is just too hot. They are enjoying their time here. But taking a look so far, I think we can kind of start seeing some changes here. Someone to kind of watch and keep eyes on. Of course, Ski Coops on that University of Albany side. Clutch and Otis, though, also had some phenomenal plays on their own DPS movements. So I'm very, very curious to watch how it plays out here on the attack. How far can they get?
So I mentioned this map because it did play into both teams' compositions that we saw earlier quite well. However, Albany did have the upper hand here because they got to pick sides, and they have Astroworld on that Orisa, picking the horse, the 4 legs of glory coming in here and just demolishing back-to-back in multiple fights. It seemed like they were unstoppable most of the time, and high ground control with an Orisa, as well as having the Cassidy and the Soldier, can be very difficult to get rid of. And we do see Clutch is going to be running in here with that Mei and Otto on the McCree. However, Halfcraft is on the Diva, and that's going to be the majority of the high ground control, with maybe a little bit of help from Battle Pants. So St. Rose is going to have this work cut out for them in this first initial push.
Quite interesting as the gates do open. It is going to be the movements going forward. CSR going to try and prep accordingly. Rulebooker off on the back end as Otis is going to try and get a little bit of a flank up, try and get some damage down, but so far a very steady push. No one really on University of Albany going to try and do anything different, and that does mean that they are going to have to fall back here. CSR getting a solid push, not stopping anywhere soon, and finally getting contested at 48 meters. That is a powerful play as well.
The Hammer God, oh my gosh!
Powerful, powerful stuff. And again, CSR coming out of the gate, swinging and saying, listen, we got the payload, we're going to push.
As far as ultimates go, it does look like that Earth Shatter as well as the Amplification Matrix for the side of St. Rose are going to be coming online first before anything else. Very easy to win a fight with those. You got Llama Cartel pushing forward. Their shield's going to go down. The Orisa shield's low. The Earth Shatter's looking like it's going to come out. It might be hot. It might be huge. We might see a 6-man shatter. And it goes down. Absolutely incredible. Llama Cartel will go down. And we do see this payload is getting pushed, but people are just dying left and right. Supports are still on. And unfortunately, I do believe this is going to be the end for this Soldier. Never mind, they are going to get their last couple shots in. Hayden tries to survive, but unfortunately, that will be their sweet goodnight.
Counterattack to counterattack to counterattack, and at the end of the day, St. Rose reigns supreme in that push to get the first checkpoint and continue moving forward with a great ult economy to boot. You can see 90% on Otis, Clutch as well at 88, 60% on Halfcraft, who will have that Diva Bomb for the next major push, which is very, very fun. Ski Coops, though, is going to be a question. Ulti is popped, Amplification Matrix is going to be thrown up, but look at the sidearm play. Samarian is going to lay waste to the HP bars, and CSR says, all right, that was not a fun time to use all that stuff. Let's go ahead and regroup and get ready for the next.
CSR has this high ground control. We see the Amplification Matrix comes out. Graphitics Flux also comes down. Let's see if we have possibly the opportunity for Coop to stay alive, but Moonby will go down. We hear the copy. Ski Coops takes down 2. Samarian takes down 2 as well, and Ski Coops cleans up, and there's a nice little cheeky wave from Llama Cartel.
All right, we see Ski Coops and Samari. That was a nasty, nasty hold. Of course, CSR still have plenty of time on the clock to try and regroup. They now have their own ultimates, the High Noon plus the Blizzard. These are 2 great kind of, I want to say, controllers, but they are going to pop the High Noon early. The Jiggle Peak, as you can see, on the defending side. But Otis doesn't shoot anyone. That is actually just a delayer, making sure to keep everyone off on the side. Samarian sees them push around the edge, and it is going to be a huge flank attempt. CSR is just going to try and clear out UALB. Before they can do anything crazy. Doorway stun up. Great stun coming out. Llama is going to get bopped on the back end. And that's going to be Llama Cartel trying to lay in. Odo takes out Stormingle. Samarian takes out Clutch. And that's DPS fighting it back and forth. Ultis are going to pop. That's the beat drop going down. CSR loving that music playing in their minds. Earth Shatter comes through. UALB were not ready. Down go the tanks. Down goes the healer. And Ski Coops, Samaria, and Stormingle have got to regroup.
Still got contest happening on the payload. Finally, it's going to move forward. 3 minutes still on the clock. Plenty of time. We've got the Diva Bomb prepared and ready. I, of course, love to see massive Diva Bombs go off Halfcraft. I am praying that we see this drop here very soon in this next fight, and you take out 3, if not more, with it. As far as the side of UALB, we've got the Bongo get dropped. They have the Soldier ult. It's going to come online, but will it be enough? Yes, Battle Pants will go down. Diva Bomb's going to get dropped. Halfcraft's going to die in the process. Bomb picks up none. And we do see Ski Coops will go down. Llama-Craft is going to find that Cassidy. Mercy will get the res on Ski Coops. Ski Coops is out for vengeance. They are saying this is not it. You got to go away, Clutch. And Clutch decides to take the plunge rather than dying to the Echo.
Listen, a swim is sometimes better than death, so I'll give it right there. Just wanted to go for a nice leisurely swim, get back to the rest of the team, and University of Albany have a second fantastic defense right before capture point 2 or checkpoint 2. That is a great time to get a stop. This bridge is going to cause a couple problems here. Samarian going to take a lot of damage and then immediately regroup for the rest of the team. Is now up top once again. It is the upper barrier fight as the ice wall goes up. Gives them enough time for CSR to regroup and follow back. Where can you go?
Huge shatter!
You catch the team! You fire away! SkiCube shows the take how it's done! CSR get wiped again, and that is a painful, painful loss.
I don't know how it feels to be a Reinhardt main player and then have a DPS just be like, I can do it better.
It's a moment that you're just kind of like, what is life? What is real?
You put the hammer down.
Yeah,
we are moving into 1, maybe 2, if this next fight can come very quickly from CSR. They can get 2 fights in here, but basically now at this point, with how slow this forward push is happening, we are at 1 fight territory. This is it. Ults need to be popped. Otherwise, it is the sweet goodnight, and this payload is not moving any further forward. We've got the Deadeye online. We hear the Graphitic Flux. Deadeye goes down. Is it going to pick up anybody? Graphitic gets 1. Astro gets 1. Storm Eagle will go down. Let's see if the cleanup crew is going to come through.
We do get a couple kills on the back end. This one is not as clean as before, but University of Albany still lose so much. Moopy and SkiCoops. SkiCoops again on this Echo is wrecking everyone's lives. The resounding noise of shots means that Albany continue to maintain, but CSR had the right idea. Continue to push. Yes, you lost a few members. Let them respawn. Get to that point. That is the overall objective. We are now down to the last 30 seconds. You have 1.59 meters to push. Give yourselves that extra time. SkiCube has got to be dealt with. That's going to be the call to Amplification Matrix going up here for Rule Booker. They're going to try and lay down the pain and try and keep it close. Lava Cartel, though. Samarian, they go ahead and take out 2 primaries. Half-craft. The ulti goes down, but where's the rest of the damage? You got the kills on the back end, but look who still has more. SkiCube is going to come right back in. Again, this single DPS has absolutely shown up here. University of Albany push CSR to the limit and stop them right before the second checkpoint. University of Albany do not allow the payload through.
All right. I got to give a shout out here to Moopy, though, because during that kind of like that semi-half fight that was happening, I don't know how in the world this player survived on the opposite side. He would, like, no one was touching him, and then he just goes through and swings with his hammer. And I'm like, why is no one touching this person? Why is this Reinhardt still alive? Are you unaware that he is there? Granted, they finally did go down, but dang, did they put in some work.
It was a hard-fought battle, and at the very end, you could see CSR going, okay, we're obviously not going to win a lot of these battles. What do we do to deal with it? Okay, spread out a little bit, make sure we get at least 2 or 3 to that payload, keep trying to push. It was the right idea at the very end. But at that point, unfortunately, everything was kind of broken away. Now they get a chance to try and do the same here. University of Albany will go on the attack. And remember, they only had to reach about 2.03 meters in front of the second checkpoint to go ahead and take a 2-0 lead here in this best of 5. 2-0 is always a spot a team wants to be in.
Hopefully CSR is predicting that the comp is going to remain largely the same for UALB going forward. I mean, this comp with the Astro World on that Orisa has just been the ace in the hole for them. It's been very difficult for CSR to break this one down. Does not look like we're going to see any comp changes on either side, so it'll be interesting to see if we have a repeat of the first round or if CSR is able to hold back the side of UALB.
SkiCube swapping over to that Cassidy. We're going to see a little bit of a change up. And the Reinhardt coming out once again, Llama Cartel. I love the fact that we get to see the Roadhog, not Reinhardt. Why did I say Reinhardt? I don't know what's going on anymore. Llama Cartel, though, is going to run that one. We do see Moopy and Half-Craft prepping in the front. We're going to see just a face first. Giant charge of SkiCube again on the front line. This MVP player has really kept up the airs of the major DPS, really keeping the attention of CSR attached. Samarian is going to get a great shot off. Clutch is down. No more May. And in goes the squad. University of Albany say thank you very much. They're going to keep firing, and they are going to push back. CSR watches the charge come through. Moopy is going to try and hit someone, but immediately has to throw up the shield, but immediately going to get punched down. And University of Albany are on the Rampage warpath.
The DPS for University of Albany are just having a field day. It feels like they are not being called out nor punished for their very risky and bold positioning situations they're putting themselves in. We saw a soldier just wrap around, do some damage, instantly eliminate one person, and got no punishment. So the scouting needs to start happening sooner, coming out from CSR in order to counter the positions that are coming out from UALB. As we hear multiple ultimates hit the field, Ski Coops will find our Reinhardt. We do. Oh, and unfortunately, Clutch will go off the map in turn. Ski Coops did also go down to our Cassidy.
Odos also found a very, very nice pick, but we are going to get that revive coming through. Oh, half-scrap, no, you can't fall at that time. CSR fall victim to the oldest trick in the book, the environment. UALB are going to go ahead and regroup, keep pushing, and keep in mind they're already past that first checkpoint. The timer is so long for them, and they're already halfway through, so this might or might not be the last defense that CSR are going to try to put up.
We do see that Hanzo swap come out from Odos. We also had half-crab swap to the Sigma. Oh my goodness, Ski Coops. Oh, and going for the Lucio pick here. Bold move from our Echo player. Let's see if it pays out. They do almost have their... Oh, yes, and we do hear the sound barrier hit the ground. Llama Cartel comes in with the Graphitic Flux. Not enough to take down the players, as we did have a lot of extra shields online for their team. Geekoop trying to come in and take out more. They're doing a lot of damage, but their Mercy was rezzing, so they didn't get a boost for a few moments. Clutch having to run away in an awkward position, getting punished by Sumerian.
What a hold, and you can see University of Albany go ahead and say, no thank you, you tried it once, you ain't gonna do it again. CSR watch as 4 fall, and that is going to be the push. That is University of Albany taking game number 2. What a time so far. This is amazing to see. And again, it's Ski Coops. Why not? Why not be the MVP twice in a row? Even the game's like, listen, we're just gonna give it.
Did you expect anything less? I mean, I personally did not. But we got to change things up a little bit here, Ski Coops. No offense, but possibly let someone else get play of the game. I know it's hard to ask that, like hard to fulfill that request.
Just a time and a half so far. And again, this is starting to look clean. University of Albany, I'm watching this happen. Game number 1, it felt a little bit slower. You know, they weren't as fast on the control points. They had to wait a little bit, do the re-engage. This time, straight start to finish. Their aggression while pushing that payload was ridiculous.
All right, so we're moving into probably the map type that I feel like most Overwatch players are kind of done with, and that is Assault. This definitely heavily favors Albany. So this is going to be a difficult situation and difficult decision to make going into, you know, what do we do against an Orisa comp that's that strong? I mean, you don't want to do that on Hanamura. I mean, Temple of Anubis, if you can get a good dive going, possibly double bubble, you could make that work, but you really got to get the timing down. Watch Point Gibraltar, never mind, that's actually a payload. I am still waking up. But honestly, like, the decisions are very limited in this case. So honestly, do you have any guesses of what we might see? Because I already took my guess and it was right during, you know, escort.
I already jinxed it once. I don't know if I want to jinx it again, so I'm gonna leave it alone and let the players decide, right?
I think we might see Volskaya Industries or Temple of Anubis. Those are my 2 bets that I'm gonna put in, and I'm gonna double down on both of them.
All right. Well, there you go. I think those are both very nice guesses as well. But I have to agree with your first statement as well, which we kind of glossed over. University of Albany, like, this is, if they don't take this one, it's gonna be crazy to see, because that means St. Rose have also gotten kind of that boost of morale or something of the sort, which in a reverse sweep scenario would be phenomenal to watch as well. Like, this is, even though it's group stage, I get it, it's group stage, everyone's kind of like, do we still mess around? Do we do crazy stuff? A reverse sweep is a reverse sweep, no matter how you look at it.
I love reverse sweeps, but they're also so exhausting on the mental front. Not for us casters, but like as a player, like having to keep up your mental stamina that long and then continue to do that for the rest of the day, good luck.
Yeah. Listen, that's great for when you're in like semifinals and finals. Go for it.
I got it right again. It's Temple.
There you go. you should go buy lottery tickets. I think that's the next.
No, I'm not good with money.
All right. Well, there you go. Still, so far, very, very positive in the map selection so far. And at this point, we are going to go ahead and see University of Albany sticking out on that defending side. CSR, again, we got to see something a little bit crazy. They started getting the hang of it at the very end of that payload. But, of course, this is it. You are down 0-2. No more safety net. You have to go full throttle, or you are going to be 0-1 in group stage.
All right, so we've got a composition that can work really well, but the rotations and use of natural cover needs to come in very strong from CSR. I mean, we have that Pharah easily going to counter ski coops on that Torbjorn. I mean, I love the dwarf pick, but if you anticipate it and you go the Pharah, you're going to be pretty gosh darn useless. However, we do have the Soldier 76 also for the side of Albany, so Mercy, Battle Pants is going to have to be in the pocket almost constantly for their Pharah. Otherwise, Pharah is going to be looking down the barrel of the Soldier 76's gun, and most likely Astro World as well. So that means Clutch, Moopy, Halfcraft, and Rulebooker are basically going to be coordinating everything beyond that point to stay alive, keep their health bars up, and make sure that their Zenyatta does not get taken out. Thankfully, there isn't a lot of dive for Albany to go after Rulebooker, so we'll have to see. Moopy, I don't know what you're choosing to do there, but it was an interesting decision. Very creative.
I love it. It's a hamster ball. Just listen. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Don't shoot at anyone else, please. Shoot me. Keep going. I love it. Literally, it's a row. If you wanted a great view of the entire map, that's what you're looking for. Very, very well done. Moopy trying to be the distraction, and that has given a little bit of leniency. Moopy's actually hiding off the edge. So I actually have seen this a little bit in the ECAC. It is very aggressive wrecking ball style. You go for those picks. You try and jump into the back end. You get that flank. You force everyone out. And Moopy allows the clearance for Odos and Clutch to clutch up CSR. They say, listen, we know Albany might like this side, but we're going to be the first ones to set up that aggression and first ones to try and capture that point.
That was absolutely beautiful. Just demolished, eviscerated. The bleeding will not stop just yet, though, because they are getting bold and trying to peek forward, but Odos is trying to say, get back. We do have that. We are at the 2/3 point. Don't think there's going to be a recontest coming out from you, Albany.
Oh, one push.
5 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. That's incredible. Ultimates are going to be coming online for CSR, and they can be very powerful. And honestly, it's going to be interesting if this Rocket Barrage goes well. If they do it a little too close to Llama Cartel, I feel like they're going to be turned into pulled pork.
Oh, that was a good attempt. I give it to Odos. Tried to do the missile barrage, only got a little bit of damage. In goes Rulebooker with a little bit of the HP. Swindle is going to bump everyone out, but immediately gets CC'd out. Ski-Coop is going to walk away with 5 HP. Did their job and is immediately going to go back to the healing station. Halfcraft is going to go ahead and knock out one, but Samarian is going to change it up. High Noon coming out for the Cassidy, but can't really find anyone. So University of Albany, they lost a point. They're not going to drop B.
Not even a single tick has been given away yet. The rotations are coming out quite nicely from UALB. We hear Battle Pants go down. Clutch is going to go down as well. That is the end of the fight. It is time to get out and restart. Do not feed the ultimates any longer. And just try to stop staggering.
That is the most painful part, I think, and I love that you pointed it out. The staggering of death is so difficult to deal with because you have to really just say, all right, hard stop, regroup, drop about maybe 5 to 10 seconds, get it all together, and then go again. It's such a hard decision to make. You always want to be on the offensive, especially on the attack, of course, but you always have another chance while you still have over 4 minutes on the clock. CSR is going to go ahead and regroup. Looking at the composition, ultimate's not fully up. You might have the Gravitic Flux moving forward. You might have the Minefield as well as Rulebooker with his ultimate coming up shortly. This is an opportunity to drop a massive stall composition. In they go. Clutch is going to find Ski Coop, though, and that's going to be your DPS down. Oh, they caught the healer in the backline as well. Hayden is down. That might be the opportunity for CSR to bust onto the scene. Gravitic Flux catches 4. They just need to get the Baron out of the side, and they do. They get everyone. University of Albany caught completely by surprise. They get knocked down, and everyone's on the point. It's 4. CSR, it took them one fell swoop. They get 2/3 done, about halfway through third, and that should be a contest being used. Do they get it? Yes, they do. 3 minutes and 35 seconds still left on the clock.
Score.
That was amazing, honestly.
Switching sides.
But, you know, this is 2 CPs, so we genuinely could just be, you all could be like, all right, now do it again.
You won't. Just watch it. Slowly falter, but it is so true, right? We could see that second time, you know, constant attack swaps over and over again. And if we do, I have to give it, because we just saw CSR pull out something that I was not expecting, that I don't think anyone was really expecting. If Albany do the same, who would you give the benefit of the doubt to?
Actually, if Albany's gonna if they're gonna go with the same style here as CSR did and go with that Wrecking Ball Sigma, I would still give it to CSR. However, look at these compositions. It feels like both these teams are kind of poking at one another, being like, who can do the comp better? Slight modifications in the DPS front here coming in on both sides. However, tank line, support line, identical across the board for both these schools. It's going to be interesting to see if our Reinhardt specialist and Wrecking Ball specialist of Moopy can come through and, you know, better Astro World on the horse. I mean, if you don't got that giddy out my way is what Astro is going to keep saying here. And they better come ready to just, you know, go for toe-to-toe. I don't really know how to express horses here, but, you know, go toe-to-toe with the Astro World.
I think it was a pretty apt description, though. I give it to you. That was an 8 out of 10. Needs more water, I think, is the saying there. So we're gonna go ahead and open up though. Clutch on the Junkrat is gonna be very fun. Again, those small cannon barrage is gonna be very interesting. But immediately the steel trap is taken out. Great opening by Odo, so to go ahead and take out Hayden. Very nice snap of the shot, keeping that healing down. But they're still stalled out at the center again. Those Junkrat balls are just doing so much work here, and they can't find it. Samarian taken out here. Great pick by Moopy. The follow-up was just too good.
I'm gonna be real. Clutch honestly made the better of the composition pick. You're going with that Junkrat, realizing that Albany likes to go with that more ground style play, especially with the Orisa. Just the amount of damage that gets fed through by Junkrat mines in these corridors is phenomenal, unbelievable. Picks up easy people to kill, staggers them out like crazy, and right now they're just doing so much gosh darn damage and work.
Odo's finding that mirror kill so far, and CSR keeping up the defensive, as you said. Very nice and easy. That Junkrat putting in so much work. So now you got to find out what to do. Ski Coop's trying to go to the air with the Echo, going to try their best to try and route around the shield, but not really working. Already 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock here. That was pushed 1 and 1.5 by Albany. Going to try one more time. In they go. A little bit of an ulti is going to be dropped by Odos, and not really finding much value. So CSR going ahead, holding things down here in the second stage.
We do have Amplification Matrix online for Rulebooker. It is online for Storm Eagle as well. Amp Matrix will be dropped by Rulebooker for the defensive side. It's gonna help get a little more damage out. Hopefully get those ultimates online for Clutch and Odos here. We do have Moopy also with that bongo ready to go. Amp comes out from Eagle. They're gonna find some Marion from Clutch though. This push might already be dead. Nope, Hayden's gonna res them. Opportunity to continue to move forward. They need to start dodging this damage. They do. Astro World might get the bongo online when they hit this corridor, pushing forward. Battle Pants, its Mercy ult's gonna go down. There goes the bongo from Moopy though, forcing them all the walk back, saying, get the heck away from my team. And Clutch also almost has that Riptire online. We could see a dirty behind Riptire coming out here soon.
CSR, stellar defense right there. They corridored everyone. Oz said, listen, you bottleneck yourself and you're going to pay for it right there. University of Albany quickly deflect back, and now they're going to get answered on their own. Ski Coops with the ultimate. What can you get out? Oh, almost sniped out of the air. Ski Coops running back to the rest of the team. He's going to try and prep accordingly. Up you go, but in comes the Riptire. Where is it going? Where are you going to find the kill? They do not find anything. Clutch is not able to make it work. Odo still finds Hayden, and it's going to be the slow burn by CSR. Ski Coops is able to find Odo. Gravitic Flux goes up. You don't catch too much because Ski Coops only stands on one. Clutch takes out Llama Cartel on the back end. It is damage on both ends. And it's going to be CSR still maintaining a decent advantage. University of Albany lose 4. And that is a massive defense here, as a point is still yet to be taken.
We've got enough time for one more push left on the clock. Roughly 45 seconds is what it takes to get a full fight in here. Right now, Albany is hurting. They just cannot find their footing. We see Halfcraft finally go down. Sumerian finds 2. This is going to open it up, and finally, point's going to be taken, but the time bank is heavily in favor of CSR.
You have maybe, as you said, one more push. You needed it. However, now you have a bit more. You have maybe, I would say, about 3 to 3.5, depending on where the ultimates stand here. Question mark. of course, of how this defense goes. And in they push us a great charge in. They're just going to go face first. They say,
Oh
yeah,
my
just give it to
gosh.
us. Let's go ahead and just storm the base. We don't need to go through side angles. CSR go, where was this earlier? University of Albany say, hey, A may have stalled us out. B's no problem at all. It's such an easy catch right there. The University of Albany knock out our power. They say we're just that strong. They're going to get tapped right at the edge. St. Rose are going to try and do their best. 2/3 already captured. Healing comes in. Revive comes through. SAGU is right back into it. They push everyone off of the point, and it looks like they're right back to square one. University of Albany lose their 2 tanks. What more are they going to lose on the back end? SAGU says, nah, no one. Let's go ahead and keep clearing them out as much as possible. St. Rose trying to do their best as well. It's down to the wire here. This fight is never ending. And finally, Odos is able to take out SAGU with no revive coming through. It feels like CSR have finally stopped the push.
91.1% capture on objective 2. This is one fight territory. CSR needs to be careful here. The touches and rotations need to be perfect. Otherwise, that capture is going to happen probably without them even realizing it. Odos on fire right now, close to getting that another Bob online. We got SkiCoop swapping off the Echo finally, picking out that Hanzo. Our Master Archer coming in. Marian's going to go down to half-craft though, so this might make this push a little difficult unless we see a res come out here very quickly. We also have Llama Cartel with the Graphitic Flux and people funneling in front of them like lemmings. We might see it Thoughts here just to open up the field a little bit and allow a push, but Llama will go down before anything else can happen.
Moopy paying spoiler right now saying, hey, I'm back with a Wrecking Ball. You gotta watch out for me. This is a new tag Moopy or new tag Wrecking Ball, I feel. The most aggressive one, and they're just gonna go straight in. Great punch in. Shield goes down to try and stop Moopy and make sure he doesn't do any more damage. But around the corner they go. Who comes out on top? Nobody knows. You try and do what a Soldier 76 can do, but when a tank does it better than you, you are a very, very sad player. That's going to be University of Albany stuck in the corner as they lose 3 once again. This is now going to be the final push available for University of Albany as Moopy again says stay in your lane.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no idea how in the world Rulebooker and Battle Pants managed to sustain their team throughout the majority of that, because a Mercy Lucio comp, very difficult to pull off, and they held it not just for the stall out, but for at least 2 fights almost there. Finally, Rulebooker just had swapped over to that Zenyatta, already at 30% on the ultimate. Moopy's coming in, swinging immediately. Storm Eagle's gonna go down. And we do see Warma take Moopy out in return, but SkiCoop is down as well. We have Attack Visor online, looking to pick up one. It does, but in return, Moopy from the grave will take out Soldier 76.
We get the kills, but again, this is the last-ditch effort. You got 10 seconds. You only need that last little tick. It looks like it's going to be a little bit difficult to do. DPS has got to show up here. University of Albany going to try their best, but CSR feel like they might have done it. Moopy throws them all out the door and says, we'll see you next time. CSR take game number 3 and are looking like they are a shoe-in for a potential reverse sweep.
All right, now the next question is, what is Albany going to pick for their hybrid choice?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. After what you were saying about CSR and, you know, this map as well, and Albany's just like, we'll try our best.
I think we're going to see, honestly, especially because of the hero pools we've seen thus far from Albany, I think we're going to see King's Row and a variation of a Clockwork comp with a high ground control and a Diva touching point with maybe using an Immortality Matrix from a Baptiste.
That'll be good to run with. Of course, we still have to wait and see how well they test it out. And again, now with the shift, as you were saying, the composition is still kind of shifting around, and with King's Row potentially up there, my big question, of course, is the mentality play here, because that was not just a solid game from CSR. That was dominating, and that is not something that you usually see after going 0-2 in the opening of a set. What a phenomenal showing from St. Rose.
Well, hopefully they have, you know, the training here coming in and just realizing you got to do a full mental reset before every single game. It's always 0-0, and there isn't a reverse sweep potential happening. This is game 1. You just started out and go in with the best, and honestly, don't tilt. That's the biggest thing. Honestly, I understand that going in after getting the opportunity for a reverse sweep is stressful on both sides. So if you're sweating because you think it might start and you're already in the lead, know that the other team's probably in the same position because they're like, okay, we just showed up. Now we have to keep doing it and keep coming in as hard as we possibly can. So anxiety is equal on both sides. Just play your best and treat it like it's the first game.
All right, well, there you go. Some very, very sage advice coming out here. Let's see if they can pull it off. Of course, University of Albany are also going to be looking for a lot of blood as well, right? They took Tanks 1 and 2. There are 2 options to go for. Either you kind of go, okay, well, they got game 3, we'll let it go, or they took game 3. We ain't letting that slide. We're going to punch right back. And as you said, possibly Kings Row, but I think we have the sound coming through, so hopefully
Blizzard
we're going to
World?
see what it is. If it is Blizzard World,
Blizzard
I'll be very happy. But that'll be a chance to see. So let's go ahead and get right underway. Where's it going to be?
Sprint Row!
Come on, why are you doing that to me? It is going to be Kings Row, though. It is going to be a fantastic time. The dark alleyways are going to be our 4th map of the day, I should say. Still, series number 1 in group stages. I love this so far.
All right, and we do have CSR was able to pick sides because they were the victors of our last round. And yes, we're still. Oh, Ski Coop's coming in on the Doomfist. Are you gonna stick with this?
I hope so.
If you are, I want to see a lot of player cam on Ski Coops because Doomfist is like, you know, it's a 50-50 shot. They either go in and get, you know, everybody, or they go in and get deleted.
It's like the hello, or the hello, yeah. It's 1 and 2. There's only 2 options that you do have. However, it looks like it might be stuck with so far. It's still plenty of time to go ahead, change it out. We do see Samarian move over to that Ash, and on the flip, sir, CSR, who are now going to be defending, I believe, the first time here since Control Point. So very, very interested to see how they fare here. They are going to set up with the Torbjorn. It is very, very fun to play with, but here, with 3 seconds left, Ski Coops hasn't swapped yet. It is going to be that Doomfist rocking here in first round.
Clutch saw it coming, though. Torbjorn is a very hard counter to Doomfist, especially if played correctly. So Ski Coops has got to be safe here. Never mind, they are just going to go right in and look for blood immediately, almost going down. They are burning. Thankfully, their supports are there to help them out. Torb Turret does eventually go down Ski Coops, so Torbjorn needs to be playing a little bit safe here. Seems to be able to pick up Ski Coops, or Ski Coops is going to return the favor, take Clutch down first.
Great stall out here right in the front as CSR are going to get a little bit dazed here. Half-crossing Clutch, going to try and heal up. Great shields come out, but Battle Plans is down. Astro World and Samarian lay waste to their HP bars. CSR fall like flies as the Rose whips away here on A point.
It does look like CSR has some people getting the back far spawn. That's going to be rough for the recontest here at Archway, which is kind of where you want to take it after losing that initial point if you're on defense. They're going to have no choice but to fall back and fully regroup. We do have the Bob online for both sides. Hayden just had their Valkyrie pop up, and we do have a Meteor Strike as well. So ult-wise, things are getting pretty balanced. Tanks almost have theirs online, but both DPS for UALB have their ults online and can be absolute demons going into this next fight if they're popped at the right time.
Again, University of Albany potentially looking for a lot of blood in the water. They want to push as quick as possible, make it difficult. Ski Coops goes up, Doomfist comes down, and you unfortunately chose the wrong 50-50. So Rule Booker says, hey, no Doomfist here today. However, Battle Plans and Rule Booker go ahead and do a little bit of a side swap. Odos comes back up, Movie takes out Samarian, Odos takes out Hayden, and they're just going to fire away. Odos on the back line is going to try and break that shield, but the heals are just too good. CSR go ahead and pull off a great defense to kick things off here on the payload push.
We have Ski Coops swapping over to that Hanzo yet again. Our archery master coming through here. Astroworld almost has the Bongo online. Llama Cartel 66% on that self-destruct. Halfcraft, though, on their way to having that Graphitic Flux. Battle Pants almost has Valk. We have another Amplification Matrix coming out from Rule Booker. I'm interested to see that the Matrix come out with a little bit of damage coming out from Odos. With Battle Pants boosting them, we can see a Bob easily just grabbed and popped immediately during this fight.
It's going to be a very, very powerful one as we go ahead and get CSR laying waste to Ski Coops, who is down. Hayden taking a bit of damage as well. Clutch trying to fire away with that pistol. Do the best that you can. Storming with Immortality field is down. Llama card is falling, and CSR looks like they're going to try their best, but UALB are going to fire right back. 4 ultis are up. Rulebooker is going to get revived here, and UALB not enjoying their push so far. Second time that they have been denied.
Looking at both sides here, we've got almost every ult online for both teams, at least within a few percent. This one thing being different is Rule Booker. Odos is going to pop their takeout Ski Coops. Odos' Bob's going to go down. Llama Cartel will go down. Storm Eagle will go down as well. And with that, this fight is most likely over. It's just time to play some cleanup crew. Trying to go after the horse. Horse might be able to make it away. Astro World, you've got 4 legs. Time to move a little bit faster. They do make it into the spawn eventually.
All the craziness that's been going on, we finally get to see even ultimate counts on either side. So far, as you said, ult economy has been shaky, more or less. This is going to be the first time that we get to see the full ultimates come down on top. Bob comes out, Matrix comes down, and
the bomb!
Matrix comes down
The
to
bomb!
Llama says hello! Clutch and Battle Plan say goodbye. They're going to walk away from this one, have to go back to the respawn point, and it opens up the Dragon Scream True as Ski Coops picks up 2 more. CSR can't even do anything as UALB get a massive team fight win.
Astroworld had a fantastic pull on that front line to around Ski Coops Dragons to do a significant amount of damage and split the team up. So that was just easy pickings for the side of UALB. Now, however, the ult economy is skewed dramatically in favor of the Golden Knights here moving forward. We have Deadeye get popped, Prophetic Flux, and Bongos. Everything's being dumped here to win back this payload control. Rule Booker will find one. Odos and Moby will find another themselves. And with that, that fight is over. It's a team kill for St. Rose.
Such a phenomenal job. Great stop right before the second checkpoint. The University of Albany really going to have to go back to the drawing board. And again, they were able to charge up a few ultis. Hayden and Samari, and sitting at 85, 86, 89. Astro World, of course, holding on to that, or is the ultimate going to try their best to play into it, or wait for the team, one or the other. CSR, though, going to charge up just as quickly. Rule Booker and Odos going to be the 2 main ones to watch, as Llama Cartel is going to try and build up as well. In they go. Shields are up. Great annihilation. Ski Coops and Samarian say, we are here to play. Great punch in. Now the ultis do drop. Astro World going to set up that ultimate and go ahead and take out CSR's life. Now they charge. Now they're just chasing. No, go ahead and be a minute left before extra time is added to 2:30. University of Albany still looking for the Game 4 victory.
Right now for St. Rose, the only person with an ultimate online is Rule Booker in the form of the Amplification Matrix. Battle Pants is going to go down to the Hanzo spam. We do have Ski Coops with their Dragons and Hayden with their Valkyrie online. 2 ultimates that, when used at proper times, can be quite deadly, especially if Astro can get a great pull for Ski Coops on another Dragons here, or it can just split people up and they can have just the pick of the litter, so to speak. And we do hear Ski Coops use their ultimate. Both Amplification Matrixes will come out, and unfortunately, Odos will get the worst of that 50-50.
Oh, and CSR, they do lose out, and they lose so many lives. Looks like that's going to be the closer as UALB go ahead and cap it off with 1:47 left. Phenomenal stuff here on both ends as CSR put up a fantastic defense on their end.
Switching sides.
I mean, under 2 minutes is pretty gosh darn good. I mean, honestly, of course, you know, CSR is hoping to get, like, you know, the no time left on the clock. If, you know, they did go all 3 points, you don't want anyone with extra time in the bank, because that just makes it harder for you on your attack. And now CSR has to return the favor, has to get equal, if not more time to be sitting comfortably going into overtime. I'm very interested to see what comp they pull out here, though, considering it seems like UALB is pretty set. Like, they don't have any aces up their sleeves, so to speak. Things have been pretty constant for them. However, CSR has shown us a couple different sides to them, and I want to see if they do it again.
Yeah, UALB kind of wearing their heart on their sleeves kind of thing. It's like, you know we're going to play. Do what you can, and we'll try and counter as whatever we can do. CSR on the other side, as you said, still trying to figure it out. Might have 1 or 2 more. Moopy's Wrecking Ball has honestly been phenomenal. And Odos actually looking for the Widowmaker, so we have seen this tried a few times early on, and on the attack, you know, you try and get that early pick right maybe on the 2nd level, maybe just go for kind of that fun angle. But for the side of UALB, they're going to try and prep themselves as best as possible, and once again defend against this. They do not want to go to a Game 5 in any scenario. That is a painful scenario to be in And that wears on the mental so hard. So 5 seconds left. Up top we go. Ski Cubes ready to go with that Hanzo saying, where do we go? Loopy says, well, I'm doing it again. Wrecking Ball is going to go on a little bit of a tour real quick. Give him about 5 seconds. He's going to grab the HP, immediately roll up to the top floor, bounce his way along back alley. He is tagged out and followed. So at least they're aware of what's going to happen in about 3 seconds.
Mubi is in position for that slam. If it's accompanied with a boosted dynamite, it can do a disgusting amount of damage. Rulebooker can find a discord on someone in that pile as well. And it does look like, yes, we've got Odos following them with that tracer. So this is going to be the pick a target, get the discord, and destroy them. But Banal Pants is going to go down, making CSR's push a little difficult. Never mind, Hayden and Seekers can both go down. The Tracer Wrecking Ball Wombo combo can be so deadly. Tracer goes down, though. Halfcraft picks up Storm Eagle. With that, both supports are down for UALB. This is going to be difficult to sustain. However, they can give up a couple ticks and re-engage. They need to play smart here if they're looking to not give up this point. Never mind! Moopy's going to play distraction and be like, look at me, don't look at the point.
Oh, this is the Wrecking Ball bread and butter. You don't have to always be with the team. You be the distraction. You be that DPS. You cause so much confusion and give your team that opening. Moopy didn't actually die and was still able to regroup with the rest of the team. And it's given great precedence to Clutch and the rest of the squad. Rulebooker on the back end, following up on the slam, and CSR snap away the last point. It is contested, but I mean, it's only by one. It's only going to be a few more seconds. UALB go ahead and get wiped, and that's a push and a half. CSR go ahead and claim a point and are now going to get a chance to push the payload.
I'll be honest, one of the greatest things I've ever heard from a Wrecking Ball player. Their name was Pyros. They were a pretty gosh darn Wrecking Ball but in comparison to Moopy, not so great. However, his tagline was, I took their cooldowns.
That's one of those lines where you're just like, wait, what? What'd you say? Oh, wait, no, that's actually really good. It's the indifference, I think, is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
So, really nice.
Moopy's doing great. How much Moopy is surviving is absolutely incredible. They get in, they take the damage, they take the important abilities away, and then they run away and stay alive. Llama Cartel, though, is going to pick up Clutch and push forward, looking to make some pulled pork out of the other team. They're managing. We do hear landmines come out. Moopy gets stuck. They push forward. Odos finds two, though, as Astro World goes down, and Storm Eagle. Valkyrie from Hayden's going to get popped. Rulebooker on the Zenyatta looking to pick up one, trying to get those orbs out. Does know Tracer's over here, as is Ash. Gets the Discord out there. Tracer's there to help. Down goes Sumerian, and the push forward continues.
Odos is the backup whenever Moopy can't finish out the kills, and Moopy's like, I weakened them for you. Let's go. University of Albany not enjoying what's going on right now. Checkpoint is coming up here very, very shortly. Only a couple more meters, and that'll give even more time to CSR. University of Albany still losing members on the fly. This is a staggered death round. Llama Cartel and Ski Cubes cannot keep letting this happen. They're not enjoying it as Halfcraft and Odos go ahead and power through. Great kills once again. Rulebooker even getting in on the action. Odos throws down a little bit of a Time Winder ultimate and can't find much else. CSR, though, continuing the push. They didn't stop at the first checkpoint and are rolling right through it.
Moopy, I say this not to be offensive in any way, but I feel like you owe Battle Pants like some food, because they went for one of the most risky reses I've seen thus far from them this evening to get you up for that fight and claim that point. Bold move. You better pay him back for it, because right now it worked out.
Few more seconds left as again the grab is good. Odos is going to kill Astro World, and the bomb does not do as much as you had hoped. CSR for the first time here in this round look a little bit weaker, but it's still strong enough. The UALB lose 3, and they're losing so many more. Llama Cartel is down. Astro World just came back up, but it's going to be the timer. 3 minutes, 55 seconds. You got 1.32 meters to go. My gosh, St. Rose, where was this? Games 1 and 2.
The stalls are coming out. We have the Lucio on point, but they're burning with a boost, and that's going to be difficult to survive. Llama Cartel is going to go down as well. 3 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. CSR has almost double the amount of time in their bank. UALB's got to come up with a different plan here if they're going to look to, you know, push this in their favor, because they got to attack first. What do you do?
I don't know. It's out of the gate. St. Rose were like, first 2 games, warm up. We're good. Now we hit the gas. It's like, what is going on here? This is phenomenal stuff to watch. And University of Albany have got got to realize that this is a completely different team. Play it like it's a different team. You're down to the final round, and it is going to be a chance at still closing it out, right? As we said, you have a minute 47 to push as far as you can. Get to a comfortable position, go as fast as you can. We are going to see Ski Coops actually swap up to the Pharah. Has so far been on the Echo, and I think the Cassidy were the two that I saw so far. Really watching Ski Coops, though. Again, games 1 and 2 were all Ski Coops. Now it's been Moopy on this wrecking ball. You have to have an answer.
It's going to be very interesting, though. Ski Coops decides to stick with this Pharah. They're going to be heavily relying on packs from Hayden to keep themselves alive and having to play corners quite a bit, which means their ability to engage and stay in for long periods of time is just not going to be there. I think we're actually going to see a swap right here. It's probably just a scout. Yep, they're going to go with the Hanzo instead. Clutch getting that boost from Battle Pants. Looking to get an early Dynamite with a lot of extra damage. Llama Cartel's going to swap off of that Roadhog and go over to the Sigma. This could be a deadly composition, but all of the damage needs to be a little bit focused here. And honestly, CSR has a composition that just allows them to run circles around UALB's comp. And Moopy is already coming in for the damage. Spinning to win around the statue. Gonna go in for some more. Unfortunately, Halfcraft will lose their mech. They gotta be careful. So that means Moopy's gotta go in and take more damage, make more distractions, take all the cooldowns. They do it. They go low. They get out. They survive. Clutch is gonna go down. Ski Coops is gonna go down. Battle Pants will Reds Clutch.
And it's going to be that chance for them. CSR keeping up with Moopy.
Moopy!
And continuing to be that annoying. At
Moopy!
this point, the Wrecking Ball is just the main DPS. You gotta worry about it. And the University of Albany have nothing. They lose everyone but Ski Coop. And they are bewildered, befuddled, destroyed. Everything is on Moopy. Moopy, you are absolutely clutching up here.
Moopy was like, all right, guys, I understand we're in a tough situation, so I've got a very big backpack. Go ahead and climb on in, and I'll carry you with me. And they are doing that. This Wrecking Ball is unstoppable. There's just, honestly, Albany has almost no stuns except for the form of Llama Cartel. If that hook does not land, there is nothing left you can do. And then we do have the stun from Hayden, but there's just not enough follow-up because the speed is not there. We see Dragons get popped from Ski Coops. It does pick up Moopy, so down goes our carrier. Odosto returns the favor. And then Moopy's landmines from the grave take out Hayden!
What a play again. It's Moopy. It's Moopy. It's Moopy. It's Moopy. That's all we're saying here. It's Moopy. Good. We can all go home. We'll see you later. That's it. That's it. That's the game. University of Albany do not have an answer and continuously are losing members left and right. Rule Booker and Odos go ahead. Take a few more of their own. And that's it. That's it. Not a single thing taken. University of Albany dismantled at the doorstep.
3-3.
3 minutes, 37 seconds, I believe, in the time break right now for CSR. Honestly, Albany has to play this absolutely perfectly. No mistakes whatsoever can be allowed in order for this to be tied out and for them to not walk away with the L on there for this one. And honestly, CSR, y'all have come to impress. You showed up, took a little bit of a sleeper nap in the first 2 games, but definitely awake now, and you're showing us everything you got. Hopefully it's not everything, though, because there's plenty of rounds left. Albany, it's time to pull out the ace in your back pocket, change things up, show us something new. Otherwise, this is going to be a struggle, and that is not a bus anyone likes to be on.
Taking a look here as well. Another thing to keep in mind, we are still only on map 4, so if they do go to a game 5, it does go actually back to control. And remember, in control, that is actually where Albany did shine. They were phenomenal on those setups, so maybe the swap back could be a potential if they don't want to win this one. I don't know anyone that would not want to win. I don't know why I said that, but it is true. If they somehow do end up losing, which is a real chance, they go back to control. They have a second chance at redemption on that style, but it's still a game 5 that nobody wants to play as we do enter in. It's going to be a one-chance opportunity. Moopy still on that wrecking ball, still being annoying as all heck.
Moopy goes! Moopy goes!
This is a vastly different route, though. Immediately going to chase around and draw everyone into a do-si-do. And they're going to wait. University of Albany has to realize, all right, they can't push through. Let's fire away. Shots go out. Moopy getting picked up, but huge collision. Knocking everyone out like bowling ball pins. I don't know. I lost it because Moopy makes my brain go crazy. University of Albany are turned every other way, and they are forced Samarian and Astro World. Go ahead and take a few, but it might not be enough. 3 do fall. Moopy, Otis, and Battle Pants are down. As Ski Coop says, hey, we're still in it ever so slightly.
We've got Clutch and Ski Coops going for the 1v1 here. Clutch has survived, but they had Battle Pants with them for the majority of that survive. We do see Immortality gets popped quite early, though, so that's going to make using the Deadeye a little bit difficult. Has to be timed perfectly in rotation with some of their tank abilities now, because 20 seconds is a long time to ask to hang on for that Deadeye to be used. We hear Bob go down. Deadeye's going to get popped, and in return, Clutch is going to take out Ski Coops for that game they played earlier inside Theater.
Clutch clutching up here. Great damage being laid in. Rulebooker with the ulti on the back end is going to clear them all out. Again, it's a strike for Moopy there. That's the 2 things down. Storm Eagle falls as well. And just as easy as that, it took just a few seconds for the side of St. Rose to force us to a game 5. If I've ever seen anyone take off the training weights, that was it. That was it in entirety.
We do see Moopy is going to show us what they got on that Orisa, getting played at the game here. Well deserved. I was hoping to see a ball play, but that's okay. Things have changed up a little bit. We are now into probably what is going to be the most stressful game of this entire series, and it is the control not played. I do believe it is going to be UALB's pick. And with that in mind, I think we're probably going to see Ilios.
Ooh, that would be very interesting, especially with the open-sided facing. That's going to be really, really interesting to watch. However, that still gives me hope for Moopy. Like, the Wrecking Ball, so this is the way I saw it. It was games 1 and 2 were like, do we need to bring out the Wrecking Ball? Like, do we really need to? Game 3 was like, okay, let's bring out the Wrecking Ball. Game 4 is like, yeah, let's do the Wrecking Ball. Game 5 is going to be like, if you don't play Wrecking Ball, you're wrong. That's just how it's going to play out, because Moopy has been exceptional. And on Ilios, there are so many roundabouts that you can go. That's the best way I can call them. Just so many opportunities to swing around, get a lot of damage, clear out a lot of the players. So Ilios would be so interesting to watch from both angles, even if Albany says, "Oh, it's our side, our sided pick." So.
I mean, I'm thinking Albany also does have the opportunity to really hunker down and bunker around their Orisa on Ilios, especially if they pull out the break, keep pulling out the Cassidy. And anytime Moopy comes through, just get a stun and make sure everyone follows up on it, or let him swing through and then just wait. Like, do not let him distract you. That is his job. He's doing it quite well right now. However, we also saw Llama Cartel on the Roadhog earlier, and if we can get some pull hooks going into, off the edge of the map, into the well, both of those are some of the most painful moments for anybody to have to deal with. And I do think we might have just heard it was Oasis.
Yes, it is not the Ilios that we were talking about the entire time. It's going to be Oasis. Still a lot of variability here. So a lot of opportunities for both sides to kind of hunker down, try and play around. However, the angles are going to be a lot more open. So I do love Ski Coops Echo still. This is going to be a high-flying one. Plenty of range to work with as well. Hopefully no one walks into oncoming traffic, because that's also a painful opportunity to have. However, looking at it so far, we're going to see some of the heroes coming out to play here, and it is falling back to it. Ski Coops back on that Echo, as you said, taking a look at Astro World on that Orisa. Llama Cartel actually picking up the Diva, and then Hayden and Storm Eagle rounding things out on that side for CSR. We are seeing the Diva. Again, Moopy, you're on Wrecking Ball duty. That's what we need. Otis, though, with the Symmetra might be fun to play with to get some cheeky angles off.
I'm interested to see if Odo sticks with the Symmetra pick or if it's just an initial to get people out of the front door, because that is also a strategy, just to give them a couple extra meters. And yes, it is going to be that. So we're probably going to see a swap over to a Tracer, and they're going to move forward and hunker down with their Zenyatta. Yes, that is what they're doing. So Zenyatta is going to want to post up and get into one of these corridors and just start discording and allowing their Tracer to go have fun, and Diva needs to stay there and protect them. Clutch is going to find Ski Coops. They're in a resable position, but the res is not going to be worth too much, as we do have Storm Eagle go down shortly thereafter. Hayden will pay with their life as well. Ski Coops returns the favor, giving Clutch the beam to the face, taking them down. Ski Coops does go down to Otis.
Quick exchange of blows allows St. Rose to capture the point first. Very, very nicely done. And remember, CSR did this as well in game number 1. They were very quick on the first capture. It's retaining these points that was the big question. The University of Albany were very, very solid in getting those retakes, on finding those opportunities to fight. However, now they're not searching for the big opportunity. They're searching for where Moopy is. Where's Moopy? Where's Moopy going to attack us from next? And now they found that they have spread out a little bit further. Moopy is trying their best, rolls out the Diva a little bit, so disrupts their tank play. Storm Eagle actually on that very, very nice shot in the back. Gonna try their best to heal everyone up as best as
There
possible.
it
Almost
is.
got
There's the sleep on
but
Moopy.
Moopy still gets up. No one was able to focus him, so he just gets up for free. Now they're gonna go ahead, charge in. Shield is almost broken. Moopy's gonna swing into action, try and dance him out. Odo on the back end is going to lay into that Mercy. They try and take out the Mercy Skiku style. However, with that steal, down they go. And Odos and Moopy go ahead and clean up the day.
Ski Coops does find one, but Battle Pants immediately takes them down. Right now, it's very interesting to see that there is not a swap to a heavier dive, either DPS or tanks here coming out from the Albany, because you've got Battle Pants and Rulebook are both with the Zenyatta breakplay. It's powerful, but it has its weak point. If the rotations are not perfect, if they're not in a spot where it's difficult to dive them, and they get taken out, the team is basically defenseless, and sustainability is just not there, unless Mubi just continues to rotate touches and go through the backline and take everything away from the side of UALB. Let's see if Battle Pants and Rulebooker will continue to stay alive, because right now they have, I don't even think I've seen them die.
Nope, just no. Hasn't had to worry about it at all.
Mubi.
Rolling away. Another sleep goes through, but the Diva Bomb is not going to really find anyone, so Halfcraft tries and pull that one back. UALB still fighting for that control as CSR might get a perfect round here. Samarian falls off the map, and that's pretty much an ace. That should go ahead and secure round number 1 for CSR as they clean up well here at the start.
All right, now what's left in the map pool is Gardens as well as the University. I'm interested to see which one comes up, because I feel like if we go into University, UALB has a comp that could play heavily in their favor for that. It does look like we're going to go into Gardens, though. And CSR looking to get out quickly, control the high ground, possibly get some extra moves. And we do see Odos going with that Symmetra pick yet again, just to get that initial TP out the front door. And then they're going to swap over to the Tracer. However, we've got Astroworld and Llama Cartel going with the Sigma and Roadhog, so they are done with you, Moopy. You might spend some time on the respawn screen. We've got a Sleep, we've got Hook, we've got Stun, and we have Rock all waiting for you on a platter lined up in a row. Let's see how much you get stunned, and let's see if you get punished. And actually, Storm is going to swap over to the Moira, so no more Sleep. It'll be interesting because that healer comp can be pretty low on healing if resources are not used properly.
Oh, Moopy. You can't keep doing it to him like that. That's mean. That's mean. That's bullying. That's all I can say there. Again, and Otis is like, hey, I have a party. I'm here, ready to go. And
oh
yeah,
my gosh,
eliminate
Otis.
everyone. Just say no. No one gets to play.
And
That's
the
it.
wave!
The pop-up is
The
good.
wave!
Astro World says goodbye, falling off the map. And just like that, once again, say Rose. Say reverse sweep when? Reverse sweep now. Get cap number 1 and say, we're going to do like we did in round number 1.
Ruby almost has those landmines online. Odos looking like they're going to get their ultimate pretty quickly here in this fight. Ult advantage is heavily skewed in favor of CSR. Right now, the person who's probably going to get theirs the fastest for you, Albany, is going to be Storm Eagle, unless Ski Coops. Ski Coops does what Ski Coops does best. Gets a lot of damage off that stun, 80% on the Deadeye, almost ready to go, but they got to play it safe if they go for it, because they're going to be dove immediately when that ultimate is popped.
Go ahead, open up on the top rope, 33% and counting. University of Albany are getting forced out. High noon is used. Who do you catch? Do you see anyone? Do you actually gain any advantage? No, you just allow 3 of your teammates to move on site, and they are going to try and contest. Again, 2v1, and now they're going to cap CSR. Lose control at 46%. Great hook. Do they get more? Battle Pan says no, not really. CSR are going to lay in. Odos gets the bomb down. Doesn't catch anyone on the back end, but does enough damage. Samarian and Astroworld are down. University of Albany, they cap very quickly, and they're going to lose it just as quick.
Got Battle Pants with the rally ready online. Moopy has those landmines. Llama Cartel looking like they're going to get that whole hog with Astroworld having Graphitic Flux. Hayden and Storm Eagle both have ults online, so pretty equal across the board. However, those support ults for UALB may be the game changer here on this push. We do see Moopy pop the landmines, but go down in the process. Odos will go down from the grave. Astroworld will be taken out. Clutch will find Llama Cartel. Astroworld does get res by Hayden, but the bodies have been hitting the floor. The bleeding has started. Will it stop? Halfcraft's gonna go down, and it looks like this point is going to flip. UALB will take it away.
Yeah, a long way to go, though. 20%, they need 80%, and it's going to be painful. We go ahead and watch as UAV are going to try their best to lay in, and you can see SAGU's already falling here. Astroworld throws up the plug. Are they going to catch him? Yes, they do. Rulebooker is down. So is Battle Pants, and that is going to be the take. Taking up the steam, UALB catch 4 and more as they maintain the defense against CSR's aggression.
CSR, though, on this push honestly has to do one fight and then sustain for half of one and get the point cleared out. They have plenty of ultimates to do it. Battle Pants sacrificed their ult in return for Astral World as well as Storm Eagle's ult. We see that self-destruct's gonna come out. It's gonna pick up both tanks. Deadeye's gonna get popped. Half grab, that was incredible. Hayden's gonna res Astral World, but that means there's only one tank. Hayden's gonna pay with their life shortly thereafter. Astral World's just gonna get deleted immediately, right away. SkiCoop's begging for some heals, asking for their support. Where are my heals? They are respawning, my friend. Moopy's trying to play cleanup crew. Odos does find Sumerian, and with that, the point is heavily, heavily in favor right now of CSR. One fight, maybe, but they gotta get in fast. UALB's gotta get all cylinders firing, moving as quickly as possible. They do have SkiCoop's on the trace. You're looking for that touch from the lower right side just to pull back anyone from CSR to make the space for them. See if it'll work out, because if Sumerian can get in there after SkiCoop's, it'll be easy to clean up, but it doesn't matter. Storm Eagle's gonna go down. Sumerian pops the attack visor, but Hayden's also gonna go down.
What a brutal bloodbath here as Hayden, Storm Eagle, Astroworld, Llama Cartel all fall in spades. Samarian trying their best, but the team can only do so much. Just keep that overtime up, and it's not gonna happen. GG St. Rose from 0-2
what a reverse
to 3-2. That's series number 1. That's series number 1, everyone. That's one series in group stage. Let's go ahead and take a look. Rulebooker is finally taking the play of the game. How'd he do? Just healing.
Yeah.
We love it.
Hey, that's the job. Followed up by the Discord. Takes one out. It's going to find Hayden thereafter. Nicely done, Rulebooker. Way to utilize that middle pillar for a little bit of peeking advantage. And reverse sweep game 1. Match 1. All 5 maps. Absolutely incredible. This just goes to show how exciting the remainder of this afternoon is going to be, how much our voices are going to be gone, and honestly just how hard these players are fighting for these titles.
I hope everyone is pacing themselves very well. The excitement is through the roof, but we got to bring it down because we have more group stage action coming to you very shortly. That was Series 1. We have way more in store. We get to take a look at some of the other teams coming out here, so don't go anywhere. Make sure to keep tuning in and enjoy the event here at HGVC, I believe, and it is going to be a fantastic time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.